Welcome back to the dojo. Glad you can make it. Topic of discussion for today is you're crazy if you don't think this world is. Yes. You're crazy if you don't think this world is. The election has showed us how crazy this world is. The wars of days long past, the wars of today, and the possible wars of the future is showing us how crazy things are. I don't know if you want to call it we're gonna try to be within the community guidelines. The unaliving of that CEO, that showed us that things are crazy. Really, the entirety of 2024, from the prophecy that Cat Williams gave us, you know what I mean? All this stuff is just crazy. If you think this is normal, if you think, all the things that has gone on within like the past 5 years has just been so outlandish, so over the top, so much insanity, so much psychosis, right? People crashing out left and right. People giving up their kids to social services. People contracting diseases and spreading them willy-nilly. People just scamming for a lifestyle. In the Bible it said, in the last days the men will look like women and the women will look like men. You know? If you're not if you're not aware, you know what I mean? We are in some very, very strange times. You know what I mean? Let me turn this light on. I want some more light. There we go. I think that's a little better. A little brighter. Yeah. So, 2024 is fastly drawn to a close. And if you made it this far, you need to give yourself a pat on the back, a round of applause. You know what I mean? You need to treat yourself to a nice dinner, a drink or something. You know what I mean? Because my God, this has been one of the most insane years that I've ever lived to see. 2001, that was a crazy year, most definitely. 2019, 2020, definitely crazy. You know what I mean? The year the iPhone came out, that was crazy. The year Lil Jon, Usher, and Ludacris had that song, yeah, that was a big year. You know what I mean? There was a lot of years where there were powerful events, the passing of Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Prince, you know what I mean? There was a lot of things that went on in our lifetimes. Millennials, Gen X, we've seen a lot. You know what I mean? This goes doubly and more so for Generation X. Y'all seen a little bit more than we did. Y'all came in on like the tail end of the civil rights movement, if I'm not mistaken, or right around it. You know what I mean? So y'all got to see the either y'all got to see Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, or y'all got to see the aftermath of how far we've come as a nation. You know what I mean? And we've come so far just to be further behind, it seems like. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about us as a people. I'm talking about us as a nation. This entire United States. And the world is, you know what I mean? If y'all ain't been paying attention, the world kind of follows behind the trends that are set here in America. You know what I what I mean? That just seems to be how things go. Right? Well, back to the subject at hand. With the craziness that we see, right? If you think this stuff is normal, there's literally something wrong with you. If you think struggling to survive, if you think working 2 and 3 jobs and barely being able to feed yourself, clothe yourself, and pay your rent, if you think that's normal, something's wrong with you. If you truly believe that, you know what, I don't even think I should touch on that. I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to say that for another discussion. If you truly believe that love is something that can be cultivated easily in this day and age, you need to seek some help. If you think that you can buy love, you need to seek some help. You know what I mean? If you think that money is all that matters, you need some help. You stranded on an island and you got millions and millions of dollars. You can't eat that money. This is what I want you to see. Your money cannot teach you survival skills. Your money can't teach you how to fish. You can use your money so that you can learn how to fish, but your money itself cannot teach you how to fish. Your money itself cannot feed you and sustain your life force outside of this civilization. What it looks like is our civilization is slowly beginning to crumble. When our dollar becomes worthless, all you millionaires, billionaires, whatever, y'all ain't going to be able to do nothing with that fiat currency. If y'all think the money that y'all spending, these paper dollars, these greenbacks, are actually worth something other than the military-industrial complex's backing, petroleum oil, you know what I mean? They talking about bricks. People trying to get away from ties with the United States. You look at our healthcare system. You look at our housing system. You look at our criminal justice system. And you begin to understand why. Everybody's running for the hills. Why? Because things have just gotten too crazy. Things have just gotten too crazy. It's gotten so crazy now that it's almost as if God is no longer in the church. And I know some people probably gonna hate me for saying that, but there's too much crazy nonsense going on in the churches of today. That's why I'm not in them. That's why I don't partake in none of that goes on in the church. I have a relationship with God, and I don't need to go to a building to establish, to cultivate, and build that relationship. I'm going to leave that there. We've seen far too many preachers and controversies and scandals. Far too many. I wash my hands up. Right? Not only that, we are seeing gambling. We are seeing gambling become extremely popular. Gambling was not always this popular. We're being conditioned and fed that gambling is exciting and fun. People are gambling their entire life savings away. You know what I mean? Not only that, let's go a little bit deep. Some people out here are so lonely that they are paying for subscriptions to explicit content that they can go elsewhere on the internet and watch for free. Some type of fans content, original, or original, foolhardily people, OF, whatever. Y'all get the picture. I mean, you got men who are spending their life savings, $10,000 to meet these cam girls. We got people who are marrying trees and marrying inanimate objects. There's a movie called Idiocracy. It almost seems as though we are living in that movie. Nobody takes anything serious anymore. The political race has become nothing more than a circus. All of our heroes and idols and celebrities have let us down. The emperor has no clothes. We can clearly see who they are and who they are not. Right? The veil's been lifted. We can see how crazy things are today. And I mean, I saw a video earlier today where somebody said, they titled their video "Social Media Ruined Dating." And I made a video earlier in my series that social media didn't ruin dating. It ruined you guys' perception and your fantasies, these fairy tales that all you people want to live in. Right? Social media allowed you to see and decipher what was real. If you think what you see on social media, all of it is real, if you think everything you see on the internet is real, you need some help. You're crazy. You have to be able to decipher what's real and what's fiction. This AI generation that we're walking into is going to be more and more difficult to decipher what's real and what's fake. You're going to have to use your mental faculty at a higher degree into the ages and stages that we're walking into. You need to think critically. You need to be surrounded with people who are thinking 2, 3, 4, 5 steps ahead. Or you just need to be that yourself. What I'm telling you is, everything is increasing. The difficulty is increasing. The insanity is increasing. The amount of work and labor that we all have to do is increasing. What's not increasing is our finances. Anybody who's on the ground level. If you're rich and wealthy, then this don't apply to you. You know what I mean? Life is getting harder and harder and harder. For all of us. Life is getting crazier and crazier and crazier. For all of us. So are we going to get crazier too? No. We're going to get smarter. We're going to get wiser. We're going to work smarter, not harder. We're going to use our mental faculties to the best of our abilities, and then we're going to keep on improving them so the best keeps getting higher. We're going to have to elevate. We have no choice. We have no choice. With everything in us, we want to survive. And the powers that be, they're making it more and more and more and more difficult as each passing day goes by. All I really wanted to do was just highlight the abnormalities that we're living in. These quote-unquote new normals. You know what I mean? Where there's almost no songs on the radio that don't have satanic symbolism or imagery. There's almost no songs on the radio, at least for hip hop and R&B or pop, You don't have any songs that aren't centered or focused around sex, drugs, and rock and roll. You know what I mean? We don't really have anything uplifting that's being celebrated, that's being put in the mainstream eye. Why? Because this game is survival of the fittest. This crazy ass Hunger Games that we in, it's all about survival of the fittest. So the people who fall for the trick traps, they weren't gonna make it no way. The people who fall for the deceptions, they weren't gonna make it no way. The people who didn't believe because the truth was a little bit too much for them, they weren't gonna make it no way. We can't save everybody. We can only save those who want to be saved. Because the ones that we try to save that don't want to be saved, they're going to fight against it. It's something that Morpheus has said in the Matrix when he was talking to Neo on that busy street with the woman in the red dress. He said, some people are so inert, so hopelessly dependent on the system that they will fight to protect it. Do you get that? Do you understand that? Some people are so dependent on this system that they will fight and die to protect it. This system that's whooping our ass day to day, this system that is taxing every single dollar we earn and spend. Not only the earning, but also the spending. They will fight and die to protect this system that sucks the life out of you. This system that binds you to working every day for the rest of your life. Until you're old and withered. And the new generations can see that that's what's awaiting us. And they are, one by one, cleanly making their exits, for lack of a better term. A lot of crashing out going on, a lot of unaliving, a lot of bridge jumping, a lot of overdosing. There's a lot of people exiting stage left because things are too crazy. Things have gotten out of hand. This is not the time to lose it, ladies and gentlemen. This is not the time to let yourself go. This is not the time to lose your faith. This is not the time. You know what time it is? It's crunch time. So either you gonna get to eating or you gonna get ate. I hate to break it to you in such a rough and unfeeling way, but like I said, this is survival of the fittest. I didn't make the rules. I'm just trying to remind you what the rules are, what type of game that we're playing. Right? Don't fall into despair. You hear what I'm saying? Don't fall into despair. Don't let despair and craziness and depression and iniquity keep you from reaching everything you're going for. You know what you need to do. Some of us might need some therapy. Some of us might need to get away from everybody. And some of us just need God. You know what I mean? But if you think that this reversal of fortune, this turning the world upside down, the reversal of good and evil, what's good is now evil and what's evil is now good, what's up is now down, what's left is now right. If you guys think this is normal, then there's something wrong with you. We are in a system that takes everything, twists it, perverts it, and calls it something else. And got the nerve to sell it to you. Alright. I'll probably make a part 2 to this video because there's so much that I can say. But it ain't gonna fit in this one video. So what I will say is thank you for tuning in. Professor Hawk signing out. Hawk Sensei, bid you adieu. Thank you for liking the videos. Thank you for sharing the videos. And thank you for subscribing. I appreciate everybody. As we go into 2025, I'm hoping to expand my channel. I'm hoping to gain at least 500 subscribers in 2025. I got a lot of work to do. So, hope everybody out there waking up with a can-do attitude, waking up with a purpose. And if you're not waking up with a purpose, at least you're waking up. Till next time, guys. Class is dismissed.